And good morning. Today, I want to welcome you to Tironan's World of Warplanes. And you're flying the very unfriendly skies of Tironan, where half the population wants to kill you repeatedly. Okay, today we have the I-250. And this machine is interesting because it never got much beyond the prototype stage, but it did lead directly to the MiG-9, which was the predecessor to the MiG-15 of Korean war fame. It is a fast aircraft. It is well armed with a pair of 23s and a 37 millimeter. It is relatively high altitude in performance. And that 37 millimeter, you can never mistake it when it hits. You just see this very large explosion. It's fairly destructive. It's relatively quick. It's over 500 miles an hour, which makes it a P-51 in speed and not quite as high in altitude, and a hell of a lot better main gun armament. So it's an interesting aircraft. A lot of fun to play, and its natural prey is going to tend to be the heavy fighter. That's what you're going to want to look for more than anything else when you're using this particular aircraft. So my suggestion is, when using it, stay at altitude. Now you see an F7F there. That's exactly what I want. Smash it. Turn around. He's got a 14-second turn time. You have a 10-second turn time. You're faster than him. You can't really get away. Boom. He's gone. Okay, we're going to go back on the hunt. And we're looking around. We got a few shots and head on to our target. This is not a turn and burn. You don't want to turn around and try to follow everything very closely and lose your airspeed. You don't have to. He can't outrun you. Again, we're going to close in. Make good use of that 37 millimeter. Take care not to overheat your guns. Boom, he's gone. Let's move on. You got high altitude, let's use it. Get up to speed, scream up to altitude. We're passing 6,000 feet. And he knows this guy is on our tail. We're going to try to save that pilot. Boom, he's gone. The armament on this is very effective used correctly. Now, a Meteor. Well, a Meteor doesn't really have all that many advantages, and he's on a tall, looping climb, which makes him a slowed down target, and that's your meat. Okay, so we're going to move on. There's your F7F again. Now, if you've ever flown one of these, you'll know that these are extremely effective aircraft. They're fast. They have a 14-second turn time, but if you let them line up on you, it's over. They have 420 millimeters and 450 millimeter guns, and they will make a believer of you in one heck of a hurry. Alright, so we have some speed here. And we get assaulted from behind. Nothing unusual in this game. And I'm obviously hunting for the target and not having a whole lot of success, so do what you have to do. Finally I find him there, and it's a Yak-3 LRD. That's another one of the weird aircraft in this game. That is a Yak-3 with a rocket in its tail, and as implemented in an arcade game, this becomes an aircraft where it's a rocket you can reignite after a cooldown instead of igniting the rocket, and that's what you have until it runs out. Now in reality, it didn't turn out to be that useful. You're carrying around the weight of a rocket. You couldn't turn it off once you turned it on. And when it was over, you're carrying around the weight of a rocket again. So I gave a few minutes of advantage, if you could take advantage of it correctly. And tends to stress the hell out of an airframe that was never intended to go that fast. So it wasn't all that successful, but it wasn't actually deployed and tested. And it's a recurring theme. Technology was still evolving quite a bit on these aircraft, and you'll see that throughout going on, especially in the later tiers, Tier 9, Tier 10, some of the F-15, XF-15 was, and Ryan Fireball were aircraft that carried both a propeller engine and a jet engine in them. The Navy tried them out. Wanted to use the propeller engine to conserve fuel, and then use the jet engine for additional boost. It didn't turn out that well. Now we've got an F-7F under sighting in. He's our prey. We want to go ahead and take him out. Boom, he's gone. And you get the hunt for Condor, which is taking out heavy fighters. And we're going to get back up to altitude, go back to our hunt, try to take out some of these self-defense aircraft, see if we can regain superiority. We are losing and losing badly because of, as you can see, we have lost all sorts of bases. We're only holding on to one, so every aircraft they take out results in loss of 4 points to us in attrition mode. If they lose an aircraft, they lose 1 point. Okay, so we'll regen here, and I'm not all that pleased with this game as it proceeds, but we have no choice but to soldier on. We've all been in this place before, and as the bridge will stay, stiff upper left, and let's keep going. All right. Gonna come up to speed here again, and we still have to contest for these points. My allied aircraft are in this area, so this is where we're going to have to contest at. No, I'm not a big fan. And we're very heavily outnumbered, as you can tell. I know someone settle on a target, and I'm already having to deal with somebody else on my tail. And I can count 3, 4 maneuvering against me right now. And the thing that's kind of irritating is, yeah, one-on-one, I can take any of them out. It's a little tougher when you're dealing with 3 or 4. Boom. And that's Hunt for Hawk, which is a single engine fighters. I'll line up on this fellow is KI-84. Take him out. But we're still badly outnumbered. We're now 4 against 2, 4 against 3, looks like. And we are destroyed by a rammer robot who, despite my attempts to not get rammed me. As you all know, that's my favorite tactic by the robots. Just love it, adore it. Yeah. Okay, so let's get on back to the hangar. We'll see what we did. And as we take a look at this, we'll see that we killed 12 aircraft. We assisted with a few. And we've done pretty well. Got some decent money out of it. And increased my standing as per the special. I went and checked. I rose up to number 370. I have no idea how far I was before. Good experience, real good money. Not going to complain too much. Came in a very healthy #1 on the losing side. Rousseau did very well with his RB-17 on the winning side. And this is still a game about caps and